Do you hate ads? I hate ads. You know what I love? The holiday season and patreon.com/inkdependence, where you can join us to support the channel, get ad-free videos, and access to our exclusive Discord community. I'll see you over there. Hello folks, welcome to Inkdependence. I'm Mike, and today we have day number 12 of the Diamine Inkvent. This is the teal edition for 2025, brought to us by Truphae. Thank you very much, Truphae, for sending this out for me to show everybody and all that jazz. Go see Truphae for your pen, ink, and paper needs. I'm doing this the day before. I know, a little behind the scenes. I hurt my wrist just sitting here. That is how old I am. So hopefully we will not be hurt for too long, and you won't see this little brace thing for much longer. Man, it sucks. All right, here we go. It's my dominant hand, too. It might be hard to do a sketch. It's hard to open these, that's for sure. Yeah, there we go. Oh man, I really gave it the beans there. All right, looks like we have another standard ink here. Oh no, it's a shimmer. I thought the black ones were just a standard ink. Hold on a second. Yeah, that's interesting. So the only ones so far that had been just black text were standard inks. There have been a couple of those, and they were the only ones with black text. All the rest of them have this style, which is like the, sort of silver on there. Maybe they decided that it was too, that they needed a contrast because of the background, but, I mean, the smoky tobacco one's not that much different. Well, I guess the silver is hard to read here. I don't know. Being hard to read has never stopped him before. That's weird. All right, well, that's not what that means, I guess. Let's get this one shaken up, get to our right page. We'll see if I can do a doodle. I'm not going to promise a good doodle today. It might be real rough, because I can not really it's really hard to grip stuff right now. My thumb is going a little bit numb from this brace, but if I don't have it on, then my wrist really hurts. I tell you, man, it's, sometimes it's not really, it sucks. Okay, I'm going to call that dry, although I don't think it's quite dry, or else I just put down a lot more than Audrey did. This one over here on the card was her swatch, and this one's mine. Mine's looking a lot darker, but I also think it just hasn't really dried because the corner and my writing is the same. So that's probably what's going on there, but maybe if you put down a whole lot, well, I don't know, there's a lot of ink right there, and I don't know, it's a little bit lighter. So I think mine's just not quite dry yet, but it has been quite a while. I think I put a lot of ink there. It's not the best dexterity day for Mike. So let's take a look at what I pulled here. Firstly, I pulled a couple of things from the pails. Actually, yeah, these are from the pails here. I've got Pen BBS Ginger. This is a really interesting looking color, and I think it's kind of close, although it's actually a bit lighter than this, or I don't know, it's a little bit lighter, I think, than this one. This is an interesting ink. Then we've got Diamine Cult Pens Wonders of the World Coliseum, which I think is pretty darn close, actually, to Bubbly, though, of course, without any of the shimmer, and also it is a bunch lighter. This is a very pale ink, really kind of too pale. And then this one I pulled because I think people might have asked about it. This is Monarca's Arena Blanca, and this isn't the same as this at all. It's a very different color. This has got a lot more red in it than this one. Then I've got here, this is from my light browns. This is Linen Toolbar's Sesame Oil, which I thought was going to be closer when I was looking at this one, but it's not really that close. But interesting and very, very cool ink right there. Then from the shimmers, I pulled a few. This is Diamine Salted Caramel from the 2024 Inkvent. I figured somebody might ask about this, but very, very different colors to Bubbly. It's a whole lot more, I don't know, orange, I guess. This is a much darker brown color. Monarca Ray Jaguar, again, one that I thought maybe people would ask about, but this one much more yellow. This one I just pulled because I think it's really cool and I don't get to show it off that much. This is Journaliz's Nebula Orion Dreamy Stars, which is just a rad ink. I mean, look at that. I've had this in a pen for a really long time. I just keep re-inking that pen, and these come in small bottles, so that's not great, but I really like these Journalize Nebula inks and that sort of thing. Look at that shimmer. It's a wild amount of shimmer. It's a bit darker than what you're getting from Bubbly here, even if I turn it this way. Just a few shades darker, but really cool. Then I've got, this one is so nice, I've got it twice. Apparently I got a sample from Diana and from my friend Olive Octopus fairly recently. This was this last year, and I'd completely forgotten that I had this one. I remember I said something to Olive Octopus like, I don't think I've ever seen a shimmery linen toolbar before, and this is, I think, several shades lighter than Bubbly, but in the same kind of realm, just not quite there. Maybe this one's a little bit more green or something. I don't know. I don't have anything that's just like this. I think that's really cool. I'm actually really liking the shading I'm getting in here. We'll see tomorrow whether this lightened up as it dried even further to match this, but interesting color here, Bubbly. I like this little shimmer. Pretty cool. I like this kind of color. It's gonna be neat. Don't hold this against it. I was having a hard time holding the pen, and so I didn't have it at the right angle. That's just kind of what was going on there. It's not that it wouldn't flow. It's just that my hand doesn't want to work. All right, that's it. I will see you tomorrow. Until then, think about what you put on the world, and make it a more bubbly place. I'll see you later. Peace out.